5 years have passed, but the memories of the tragedy that unfolded on that night, June 17, 2015, remain vivid for Mrs. Jennifer Pinckney, the widow of the late state senator. Octavia Mitchell spoke to Miss Pinckney, whose work honoring her husband's legacy continues today.
The last thing he said, "I love you, darling," and he walked on into the Bible study.
Mrs. Jennifer Pinckney, a school librarian, now raising her 2 daughters alone after the tragic death of her best friend and love of her life.
I take one day at a time. I still have my good days. I have my bad days. It's not a day that goes by that I don't think about Clemente and I don't think about that night and what happened.
5 years ago, her husband, State Senator Reverend Clemente Pinckney, the pastor of Emmanuel AME Church, and 8 church members were murdered during Bible study. Mrs. Pinckney and her youngest daughter were in her husband's office when the gunman opened fire.
Milana and I were in the room. She was watching TV and eating snacks and so forth. I was working, and much later on we started hearing the gunshots. And, you know, I snatched my baby up. I locked the door, snatched my baby up, and I went into the secretary's office and kind of shoved her under the desk. And I immediately didn't get under the desk with her. I was going to try to go seek help or try to do something. I don't know what I was thinking, but I was just like, you know, tell your sister I love you and at grandma and everyone, but, you know, I got to go get help. And when the gunshots seemed like they're at a distance, I was going to make a run for it, but when I do, I was going to pull the door behind me. Don't you move, stay where you're at. And she had said okay, and shortly after she said that, that's when a bullet came flying through the office that we were in and so forth, and I leaped in under there with her, and that's where we stayed the entire time.
The unthinkable tragedy remains a constant thought.
It is difficult, you know, it's hard. I think about how it could have been so differently had, you know, Dylan Roof had heard us in that room. You know, I often come up with different scenarios. I wish Clemente could be here right now, but I know his death is not in vain. I just have to keep pushing forward, you know, and you just have to be strong. I'm strong for my girls.
The couple met in college. She attended the University of South Carolina while he attended Allen University. This year, they would have celebrated their 21st anniversary.
When I look at my girls, I see their father. One acts like their father, and one looks like their father.
Her husband's belongings remain visible in their home.
These things are right there. You know, eventually, you know, I'll move them, but right now, no, I'm good. It's still tough for me, but I have to put my trust and faith in God, and God will take care of me. God will take care of the girls, you know, and we go from there.
The work continues to honor her husband's legacy.
Through him and his memory and my girls, and the strength that they have, you got to keep on keeping on. And that's what I'm going to do.
Jennifer Pinckney continues to work to help others through the Pinckney Foundation, which was created to honor her husband's memory.